last topic of our subject, creative writing, which is the unit for, or what we call as the writing drama. So these are the objectives of the session. So we're not going to delve into that. Okay. So first, let's start with an activity. So you're free to raise your hand to give me an answer. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys two clips. And then, sa mga gusto sumagot, please remind me via chat na you will receive kung ano man yung points na sinabi ko. Or maybe we could just review na lang this video. Okay? Nakuha ba? Give me a virtual thumbs up daw, be. If naririnig niyo ako. Okay. So these are the two clips that I'm going to show you. Let's start with the first one.
Everything that's keeping you from moving on.
Alam mo ba kung ano mga pinagdaanan ko? Hindi. So stop acting like you like me. Stop acting like you own me. Pwede mo sabihin sa akin kung kailan ako mag-move. Kahit si Celine. Kahit si Celine, nakasama ko sa lahat na alam ang lahat. Hindi pinakilaman yung mga desisyon ko.
Hindi ako si Celine. So stop comparing me to her.
Tama. Hindi ikaw si Celine. And you will never be Celine.
Okay, so that's the first clip. Let's proceed to the second one.
Sabi ko, it's ka puso mo. Puta na, sing! Wala ka kita sa testa. Sing!
Okay, so now let me ask you guys, what do you think is the difference between the two clips that I've shown you? Anyone from the class? Wait, isa lang. Guys? Nakinig ba kayo? Narinig niyo ba yung video, guys? Hello? Going once? Going twice? Ayan, okay. So, no, based dun sa dalawang clips pinakita ko, the first one is Barcelona, A Love Untold. It's a movie of Katiel, no? And I believe the movie is an example of a tragedy. Okay. On the other hand, the second one, the second clip is from the Revengers Squad of Vice Ganda. And I believe that's an example of comedy. So that's what we're going to discuss for today. We're going to talk about the dramas, okay? And among the drama, we've chose to um discuss tragedy and comedy. Okay, so let's discuss our topic. Okay, so when you talk about tragedy, tragedy refers to a play that portrays a conflict between human beings and some greater or larger overwhelming force. The protagonist experiences a disaster, and this state prevails until the closing of the play. So when we talk about tragedy, this pertains to an act or a play wherein the character faces a crisis, and the crises are usually something that they have to fight all throughout the video. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga crisis na pwede nilang harapin? Number one is the crisis of a battle between the person and fate. Okay, an example would be, I don't know if you were able to watch Final Destination. That's an example of person versus fate. Fate, rather. And the fate there is death because in that movie, it is believed that death is inevitable. So kahit alam na nila kung ano yung mangyayari, hindi na maiiwasan kung mamamatay talaga yung isang character. The second one is a battle between person or the character and the society. A good example for this one is the Hunger Games, no, wherein they battle with the government. And then last one is person and its conflict within themselves. An example for this one is the movie that we have watched our previously, The Lion King, diba? So in that movie, Simba, he's battling himself and his cowardness um to go back sa pride niya. So that's tragedy. On the other hand, comedy is a literary or the dramatic genre that focuses on humor, satire, or amusing situations to entertain the audience. It often features light-hearted plots, witty dialogue, and happy endings, etc. So when we talk about comedy, these are acts or play in which the purpose or the goal is to entertain the people by making them laugh. Both tragedy and comedy are there, no, are present in order to entertain their people. It's just that magkaiba yung goal ng tragedy and ng comedy. The goal of the tragedy is to make people feel woeful or sorrowful. On the other hand, comedy, their goal is to make the people feel light and happy. No? So comedy has two varieties. Number one, we have the high comedy. Number two is low comedy. So yung high comedy, these are comedies that involve words. Okay? So meaning, gumagamit sila ng mga salita to make people laugh. A good example for this one is the movies of Vice Candaradar, wherein she uses jokes or punchlines, no, to make us laugh. On the other hand, low comedy, unlike high comedy, which we uses words, low comedy uses purely actions, meaning wala silang sinasabi. Okay? Like say for example, Mime or Mr. Bean. Okay? They aim to make people laugh by solely doing actions or stunts. Okay? So that is comedy. Now, let's talk about the elements of drama. So, just like last time, di ba, we have discussed already yung mga plot. Ayan, so sa plot, andun na yung exposition hanggang sa denouement. So now, we're going to discuss different sa plot and the dramatic structure. We're going to talk about a one-act play, two-act play, and three-act play. So the physical format of a play is divided into major divisions or acts. So, kumbaga, this is how scenes go in a drama. Okay, so number one, there are scenes that we call as the one-act play. So the one-act play has 1 unit of time, 1 unit of place, and 1 unit of action. So, in a one-act play, there is one scene wherein andoon na lahat nakikita mo. Example, ako, malungkot ako, and then I stayed sa school, and then doon ako umiiyak. That's an example of a one-act play. On the other hand, a two-act play consists of two parts with an intermission in between while. Okay, so unlike sa one-act play na kung saan iisang lugar lang siya, in a two-act play, it involves two places or two settings, you know? And dapat meron siyang connection in between. Like how did the character from one scene went to another scene. So say for example, malungkot ako and then I stayed sa school. And then later on, naisipan kong pumunta ng Jollibee. So sumakay ako ng jeep papuntang Jollibee. So there are two scenes there. We have the school and we have the Jollibee, and the intermission is me riding the jeep papuntang Jollibee. And then the last one is a three-act play, showcases a fuller and longer exposition of theme and conflict. So this is the continuous series of scenes. Kumbaga, from one place to another place and then another place to another place. Okay, so halimbawa, malungkot ako and then nasa school ako nagstay and then naisipan ko pupunta ng Jollibee, sumakay ako ng jeep, nag-Jollibee ako, kumain ako, tapos pumunta ako ng mall and then sa mall, pumunta na naman ako ng school. Parang ganun. So, it's a continuous cycle na kung saan tuloy-tuloy lamang yung scene ng character. So, that is the plot and dramatic structure. Next, let's talk about setting. Setting refers to the place or the locale where the story of the play is situated, including the time when the action takes place. So as we all know, setting pertains to the place na kung saan naganap yung kwento. Okay, a good example for this one is Hogwarts. No? Hogwarts is the setting for the movie Harry Potter. But setting does not only revolve on the place to where the story has been paano ba? Saan siya nangyari or happened, no? Setting could also refer to socio-political and cultural. So meaning, hindi lang basta lugar. Kung anong meron nakatangian yung lugar na yon, dapat i-apply yun doon sa drama. So say for example, I don't know if you were able to watch 100 War. 100 War is a movie of ancient warriors, no? Their setting is Sparta, or if I was not mistaken, it's either Sparta or Athens. So the setting is Sparta or Athens. The social political there is the hierarchy. May mga kings, may mga slaves, ganyan. And the cultural there is, of course, since they're using ancient, the culture of Greek, so they have to wear the customs or costumes or the clothing of ancient Greek. So usually mga lalaki during the time, the warriors, they wear mostly no clothes, no only what do you call this one? Parang skirt, something like that. So that is setting. So kumbaga hindi lang siya nagle-limit sa lugar, kundi pati sa characteristic and yung trait ng lugar. The next one, we have the character. As previously discussed, in fiction, a character is a person or an entity given the characteristics of a person who acts, speaks, narrates, or is referred to in a literary work. So when we talk about character, these are the one who drives the plot, no? They are the people of the story. Okay? So sila yung focus ng story, sila yung gumaganap, sila yung nagde-drive ng plot mismo, no? Para mas maging interesting yung kwento. And the last element is what we call the dialogue. So if you have character, dapat, of course, they have something to do. Unlike, of course, the comedy, yung low comedy like Mr. Bean, di ba? Action lang siya. Pero may dialogue pa rin yun. Why? Because dialogue is not only limited to words. Dialogue could also include non-verbal action, non-verbal communication. Okay, di ba? Yung simpleng pag-irap, pagturo gamit yung lips. That's an example of dialogue. It's a way of communicating between characters. Okay? Before we proceed, any question? If wala, give me a virtual thumbs up. Okay.
Answer.
Okay. Yes, Bayota, you're raising your hand. Okay, napindot na siguro ni Bayote. Now, let's proceed to our next discussion. Let's talk about the pointers to consider in writing dialogue. So I believe you have already written your scripts. Before I proceed to discussing this one, I would like to tell you guys that the submission of your scripts and your story is extended until March 31. Okay, so meaning pwede pa kayo mag-revise if you want. So go lang, as long as before siya doon sa play ninyo. So let's talk about the pointers to consider in writing dialogues. Okay, so number one is characters should not talk perfectly. So in reality, people do not speak in perfect English or Filipino. They also do not speak in complete sentences like a teacher would require a student to speak in front of a class. So this means no that if you're going to write scripts, make sure that it's realistic to how people usually communicate in real life. So di ba tayo, kung makipag-usap tayo, usually, minsan gumagamit tayo ng mga hiram na salita. A good example for that is the konyo, di ba? We use words from other language in order to express ourselves fully. Ganon. So, characters should not talk perfectly. So, may mga exemption din no, nakadepende kasi yan sa mga drama. Like, say, for example, you have the Encantadia or Amaya, diba? So, they use language by applying the previous culture ng mga sinaunang tao, di ba? Yung pagsalita ng perfectong Pilipino talaga, yung pagkakalinhaga. Okay. So, yun yung mga exemption niya. But of course, if you're going to make a contemporary drama, make sure that you're also following the contemporary world. Okay? The second is characters should not use cliches. So, cliches like honesty is the best policy or God is good are trite expressions. So, meaning, if you're going to write rather, a dialogue or script, no, make sure that you won't use cringy or yung mga too obvious na lines. Example, hurry up, let's go. Time is gold. Oh, the time is gold is very cliche, no? So parang it lacks flavor na doon pa lang sa statement niya. Parang it's too obvious. So if you really want to use like idiomatic expression, make sure that you're going to use, or you're going to innovate it, or you're going to look for one that is not yet known by everyone. Okay? Number 3, characters should not overuse character names. In real life, people do not address one another by always mentioning their names. Okay, so halimbawa, um, Mary, tara na Mary, magkain tayo sa Jollibee, Mary. Tapos mag-jogging tayo, Mary. O, 'di ba? In that particular statement, nakailang Mary yung character. So, masyado na siyang redundant. So, it's kind of nakakainis. Yeah. Cringy din siya. So, best if you're going to avoid that kind of um, dialogue. Okay? Yung pagbanggit ng pangalan ng paulit-ulit. And then number 4, characters should not specify. Try to avoid having characters deliver kilometric lines without interruption. So this pertains to the characters na sobrang mahaba yung line. Okay? Pwede naman magpahaba ng line kung talagang nakalagay doon sa scene is magmo-monologue yung character. Pero kapag halimbawa yung target is a normal flow of conversation, it would be best for you to limit the lines para mas natural yung flow ng convo. And then the last one is keep the agenda out of the dialogue. The theme of the play should be naturally conveyed to the audience through the series of events happening in the play and not through the dialogues of the character. So this means that if you are going to create a drama, you need to make sure that among the lines of your characters, no, hindi nare-reveal kung ano yung plot ng kwento. Dapat slowly nare-reveal siya mismo ng story. Hindi yung nire-reveal nyo siya through dialogue. Okay? Now let's proceed to the next topic. This is the last part of our discussion. It's the dramatic elements. So these dramatic elements are important in drama because it adds depth, no? Doon sa drama, sa story. So number 1 is action. So action, it is what characters say or do to achieve their objective. So yung mga action, yan yung ginagawa ng mga character. Halimbawa, in a story, it's stated there na si character 1 ay tinatakasan ang zombie. So ano ba, paano ba usually tumatakas yung tao, 'di ba, tumatakbo? So those are that is an example of an action. Okay? So whatever they do in the story, that is already action. So dapat importante din 'yun kasi if you're not going to add action in your story, magiging dull yung kwento mo. Hindi siya masyadong pasok sa imagination ng mga tao. That's the purpose of writing, no? For people to imagine what happens in that story. Excuse me. Number 2 is aside refers to when an actor speaks directly to the audience and the other actors on stage are supposedly unable to hear what he or she say. So this is the part of a story wherein drama, say for example, no, wherein the character speaks within themselves. But the way that they speak to themselves is actually asking the audience. Like, halimbawa, am I what do ano ba yung yung ginagawa ko ba tama ba to? Ganyan. So parang it's a way of communicating or communication between the speaker, the character, and the audience. So parang ganon. But yung pagsasalita niya, hindi siya naririnig ng mga ibang tao. Okay? Ng ibang tao, that means yung sa character doon sa movie. Okay? Number 3 is backstory pertains to the events that happened in the past. So a backstory is a part of a scene. It's a scene actually, no? Sa isang movie na kung saan nire-reveal niya kung ano yung nangyari sa isang event. Say for example, Demon Slayer, 'di ba? Pag napapatay ni Tanjiro, yung isa sa mga demons, may pa-reveal ng story, 'di ba? Kung paano naging demonyo or naging demon yung kalaban niya, 'di ba? That's an example of a backstory. So flashback refers to the description or enactment of past events for the purpose of clarifying the situation, usually as said events relate to the conflict. So flashback is just the same with backstory. The difference is that flashback has already been played. Kumbaga, napakita na siya, inulit lang para mas maklaro kung paano nagkaroon ng ganitong sitwasyon. Say for example, usually you can find flashback no at the start of the second episode and the next episodes no. Kumbaga ang nakaraan, ganyan para mas maklaro kung ano yung mga nangyari previously. Number 5, we have foreshadowing. It is the use of hints about the future in order to build anticipation in the audience. So foreshadowing, unlike backstory and flashback, they pertain to the past. Foreshadowing, it pertains to the future. Okay? So, a good example for this one are the witch, no, na kung saan nanguhula sila, tapos nare-reveal yung konting glimpse ng future ng kwento. Example, The Lion King, you have Rafiki, di ba? Si Rafiki, na-reveal niya na magiging king si Simba. So, ganun ang foreshadowing. The next one is in media res. Okay, in media res refers to an opening scene that is already in the middle of the action. So, in media res, no, is usually used to make, to capture rather, the attention of the viewers, no? Kapag alam nila yung starting part is kind of boring. Okay, so a good example for this one is Percy Jackson. Pagkakasimula pa lang ng mga ng movie, may action na kaagad. Or yung mga Fast and Furious, ganun. So, number 7, you have monologue. Actor's speech delivered in the presence of other character who do not speak but listen. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung pag-speechify. It is acceptable if it is in monologue. No, na kung saan may mga characters dyan nakatambay pero they're acting, they're listening doon sa character na nag-monologue. Kasi mahaba talaga yan. A good example for this one is Four Sisters and a Wedding. Yung si Bobby, yung ni-reveal niya na yung pain niya sa lahat ng mga nangyari. Yan, example of monologue. Number 8, we have scenes. Portions of an act sometimes triggered by the clearing of the stage for the next scene. So this is the transition between scenes and scenes, no? Scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Yung mga event or sequence of events sa isang story. Number 9, you have soliloquy, a speech delivered by an actor when he or she is alone on stage to express thoughts. So, okay. So, unlike sa monologue, may mga character sa paligid niya or mayroong mga character na nakikinig sa kanya. In soliloquy, wala. It's a monologue pero mag-isa niya lang. Okay? So, kumbaga, it's the only time na mag-isa siya at the same time may kinakausap yung sarili niya or may kinakausap siyang imaginary. Ganyan. Number 10, symbol. Symbol refers to the elements in drama that have more than one layer of meaning. So I believe I have already discussed symbol to you. These are objects that represent something in a movie. A good example is, I don't know if you were able to watch Hunger Game, the first part. There was a time when Katniss Everdeen raised her hand, parang ganyan. Diba? That means that they oppose. It's an opposition against the government. Okay? So yun. Andyan din yung mga bird, which means peace. Andyan din yung crown. Andyan din yung sword, and so forth. And then the last one, we have theme. Okay, last 10 minutes. Okay, theme, the central idea or message that is presented and expounded in a play. So theme is the overlying message in a story. So halimbawa, The Lion King, what is the overlying message there? So it's the taking or being responsible and taking responsibility and getting out from their cowardness. That is the theme for The Lion King. And iba pa mga kwento na may mga meaning sa kanilang story. Questions?